Remember watching the White Lotus and thinking those billionaire guests were exaggerated television caricatures? Well, here the plot twist. The show filmed at a real Sicilian resort where actual billionaires behave exactly like the satirical characters, except their conversations literally reshape global markets while they're sipping poolside cocktails. You see, that monastery-turned-luxury-hotel you saw on HBO hosts genuine tech moguls, entertainment titans, and political power brokers who make the fictional characters look financially modest by comparison. While you were laughing at the absurd privilege on screen, real guests were conducting the kind of business meetings that affect your daily life without you ever knowing they happened. Sicily's most exclusive retreat operates as both paradise and boardroom, where volcanic backdrops provide cover for decisions worth more than entire nations' budgets. The writers didn't need to invent outrageous wealth. They just filmed what actually happens when the world's most powerful people vacation together. Therefore, in today's episode of SICILY'S Travel, we're revealing how the White Lotus accidentally exposed the real-life secret society that's been hiding in plain sight on an ancient Mediterranean island. Picture it. You're sipping champagne that costs more than most people's rent while sitting in a 3rd century BC amphitheater, Mount Etna smoldering dramatically in the background like your personal volcanic special effects team. Welcome to Taormina, where the ultra-wealthy discovered that paradise comes with a medieval charm and absolutely zero paparazzi. This ancient town clings to rocky promontories like it was designed by someone who understood that elevation equals status, offering panoramic views that make even Swiss Alps seem pedestrian. The 3rd century BC Greek-Roman theatre serves as your private amphitheatre, where you can literally sit where Roman emperors held court, though your net worth probably exceeds theirs by several billion. What separates Taormina from Monaco's flashiness or St. Moritz's see-and-be-seen culture is its commitment to making extraordinary wealth feel almost accidental. The narrow medieval streets wind through landscapes so picturesque they'd make Instagram influencers weep with envy, while lush gardens cascade toward crystalline waters that have been attracting the powerful for centuries. Mount Etna dominates the western horizon like Europe's most dramatic neighbor, occasionally reminding everyone who's really in charge with spectacular displays that make Dubai's fireworks look like birthday candles. The Ionian Sea stretches endlessly in Mediterranean blues that would bankrupt paint companies trying to recreate the exact shade, while Isla Bella floats offshore like nature's own private island sculpture. Private yacht berths in Giardini Naxos accommodate super yachts, whose monthly fuel costs exceed most annual salaries, while helicopter pads ensure you never endure the indignity of commercial aviation. The architectural harmony between ancient ruins and contemporary luxury creates environments where spending obscene amounts feels like cultural preservation rather than showing off. Renaissance palaces house art collections that make museum curators physically ill with envy, while their owners casually mention picking up a few pieces like discussing grocery runs. Medieval gardens conceal infinity pools where tech moguls float while potentially reshaping global economies between swimming strokes. The town operates parallel universes. Tourists photograph ancient stones while billionaires retreat to private villas where every terrace commands views that would make professional photographers quit their day jobs. Taormina perfected the ultimate luxury equation, making extraordinary privilege feel like natural birthright, where volcanic backdrops and pristine beaches become everyday amenities rather than bucket list items. The genius lies in deceptive modesty, charming cobblestone streets that fit on postcards, yet behind those facades lurk properties worth more than most nations' defense budget. But owning paradise requires the right address, and Taormina's most exclusive properties have waiting lists that make Swiss bank accounts look transparent. The San Domenico Palace proves the best luxury starts with excellent bones. In this case, a 14th century Dominican convent that monks never imagined would host people whose wine collections cost more than medieval kingdoms. Originally established in 1374 with Baron Damiano Rosso's generous donation, this Four Seasons masterpiece transformed from spiritual sanctuary to billionaire refuge when Prince Shirami added a Liberty-style wing in 1896. The property's 111 rooms and suites include junior suites with private plunge pools, because apparently regular bathrooms weren't exclusive enough for guests accustomed to owning small islands. The clifftop infinity pool offers Mediterranean views so spectacular they probably violate several international beauty standards, while lush Italian gardens filled with lemon trees create the kind of scenery that makes other luxury destinations look underdressed. The Principe Cerami restaurant maintains 2 Michelin stars under chef Massimo Mantaro, serving Sicilian cuisine where individual meals cost more than most people's monthly rent, though the volcanic soil does produce ingredients worth the mortgage payments. Exclusive experiences include private dining on Mount Etna, because apparently regular restaurants weren't dramatic enough for guests who require active volcanoes as dinner conversation starters. Helicopter tours of the Aeolian Islands treat private aviation like most people use Uber, while yacht excursions to Isola Bella ensure guests never experience the horror of sharing Mediterranean waters with common tourists. The hotel's event spaces include the Grand Cloister with ancient stone arches, perfect for gatherings where guest lists read like Fortune Global 500 directories. Historical guests included luminaries like Oscar Wilde, Audrey Hepburn and Sophia Loren, while recent events encompass the 2017 G7 Summit and the 2025 Dolce & Gabbana collaboration that transformed former chapels into fashion showcases. HBO's The White Lotus chose this property for their satirical Billionaire masterpiece, winning 10 Emmy Awards including Best Director and Best Screenplay, proving that even television writers understand good real estate when they see it. Bellman Grand Hotel Timeo perches adjacent to the ancient Greek theatre with panoramic Mount Etna views, while Bellman Villa Sant'Andrea offers private beach access on Mazzaro Bay for guests who find public beaches insufficiently exclusive. The Ashby Hotel, designed by British architect Charles Robert Ashby, combines English elegance with Sicilian warmth and features the Michelin-starred St. George restaurant, because apparently 1-starred restaurant per hotel wasn't enough for Taormina's standards. These properties established Taormina's reputation as a destination where privacy and opulence coexist so naturally that spending billions feels like supporting local culture rather than showing off obscene wealth. The level of discretion required here makes Swiss banks look chatty, creating perfect environments for individuals whose presence could move markets but prefer conducting business while enjoying volcanic wine and Mediterranean sunshine. Yet even these exclusive hotels pale compared to the gathering that makes Google shareholders' meetings look like public assemblies. "90 minutes from Taormina, something called Google Camp happens at Verdura Resort, where Google co-founders Larry Page and Sergey Brin created what amounts to the Illuminati with better catering and mandatory NDAs. This ultra-exclusive summer retreat, established in 2012, functions like a private World Economic Forum minus the inconvenient public oversight or democratic accountability that typically accompanies world-changing decisions. The guest list remains more classified than state secrets, featuring attendees like Michael Jordan, Oprah Winfrey, Katy Perry, Bradley Cooper, Tom Cruise, Mark Zuckerberg, and Barack Obama. Basically a networking event that makes Harvard reunions look like community college mixers. Social media posts are forbidden, hotel staff sign non-disclosure agreements containing more clauses than most international treaties, and even mentioning attendance could violate agreements with legal consequences that probably exceed small nations' annual budgets. Guests arrive via private helicopter fleets or super yacht armadas, treating transportation logistics like military operations, where commercial aviation represents an unthinkable security breach. The event features private concerts where Chris Martin of Coldplay performs for audiences whose combined net worth exceeds most countries' GDP, making ticket prices theoretically impossible to calculate using conventional economics. Traditional dinners occur among Sicily's UNESCO World Heritage ruins at the Valley of the Temples, where ancient Greek architecture provides backdrops for conversations about artificial intelligence that will reshape humanity without consulting the general public. The secretive nature underscores Sicily's appeal as a destination where ultimate privacy and global influence coexist, allowing decisions affecting billions to occur while maintaining complete plausible deniability about conducting actual business. Back in Taormina, private yacht tours explore coastlines including Grotta Azzurra and Mazzaro Bay, offering swimming and snorkeling opportunities for guests who find public beaches insufficiently exclusive for their Mediterranean experiences. Mount Etna excursions combine adventure with vineyard visits for wine tastings, because apparently regular tourist activities weren't dramatic enough without adding active volcanoes to the itinerary. Private after-hours visits to the ancient theatre allow billionaires to experience architectural marvels without encountering crowds, appreciating historical grandeur in the kind of tranquility that money actually can buy. La Plage Resort Beach Club near Isola Bella offers luxurious sunbeds and personalized service against crystal-clear waters, while Tao Beach Club in Mazzaro Bay provides exclusive seaside experiences with amenities that make other beach clubs seem pedestrian. Casa Cuseni, built by British painter Robert Hawthorne Kitson, now operates as a historic house museum showcasing art while offering insights into Taormina's bohemian past, when artistic creativity required wealthy patrons rather than venture capital funding. La Falconara, constructed by Alexander Hood, 5th Duke of Bronte, became a social hub for European aristocracy, with expansive gardens and opulent interiors reflecting an era when titles mattered more than IPO valuations. These exclusive experiences create environments where billionaires enjoy authentic Sicilian culture, while maintaining privacy standards that make witness protection programs look transparent. However, none of these gatherings compare to the Hollywood scandal that put Taormina on the global map for all the wrong reasons. Elizabeth Taylor and Richard Burton's 1967 arrival at the San Domenico Palace redefined luxury travel excess, bringing 156 pieces of luggage that required a dedicated packing team, because apparently traveling light is for people who don't own jewelry collections worth more than most real estate portfolios. Their entourage included secretaries, photographers, and staff whose responsibilities included preparing gourmet meals for their dogs, establishing service standards that contemporary billionaire pet owners probably still reference when interviewing household staff. During a heated argument on their clifftop terrace, Taylor reportedly struck Burton with a mandolin, creating instant legend among locals who witnessed Hollywood royalty conducting domestic disputes with musical instruments worth more than annual salaries. The couple's visit epitomized conspicuous consumption that would define Taormina's billionaire appeal: unlimited budgets, dramatic Mediterranean settings, and sufficient staff to accommodate every conceivable luxury requirement without asking embarrassing questions about expenses. D.H. Lawrence and wife Frida rented Fontana Vecchia Villa in the 1920s, where Lawrence penned parts of Aaron's Rod and the Lost Girl while conducting the kind of research that would influence Lady Chatterley's lover. Frida's alleged affairs with local tradesmen, including Sicilian mule driver Peppino Dell'Ura, provided character inspiration for Lawrence's controversial literary works, while giving conservative locals enough gossip material to fuel decades of dinner party conversations. Lawrence reportedly based elements of Lady Chatterley's lover on a Taormina woman's affair with a farmer, whose Olive Grove activities provided source material for one of literature's most scandalous novels, proving that even literary masterpieces require proper field research. The Taormina Film Festival, established in 1955, continues hosting equal measures of glamour and administrative chaos, with the ancient Greek theatre providing dramatic backdrops for both cinematic premieres and off-screen disasters. Recent festival scandals include the 2023 Indiana Jones premiere, where organizers cancelled the red carpet due to overcrowding, stranding fans who paid €500 for VIP tickets, promising Harrison Ford access, who never appeared. The festival's operational history includes 13 artistic directors over 16 years, financial mismanagement, and political interference, creating enough administrative drama to rival any Hollywood production currently in development hell. Wilhelm von Glöden, a German photographer, settled in Taormina and shaped its bohemian reputation through classical nude portraits featuring local subjects, establishing artistic traditions that attracted creative individuals seeking Mediterranean inspiration. Tennessee Williams found solace and creativity in Taormina, contributing to its legacy as a destination where literary greats could produce masterpieces while enjoying better weather than most writer retreats typically provide. These celebrity connections established Taormina's reputation, where wealthy individuals could behave authentically while surrounded by unparalleled beauty and discretion. But all these scandals and celebrities were merely rehearsals for the property that would perfect the art of hiding world-changing conversations behind monastery walls. The San Domenico Palace has perfected the delicate art of hosting individuals whose casual conversations could reshape global economies, all while maintaining the kind of discretionary standards that make Vatican secrets seem like morning gossip. Originally established as a Dominican convent in 1374, the property experienced its most dramatic transformation when Prince Charami converted it into a luxury hotel in 1896. Proving that some business models improve significantly when you eliminate monastic vows of poverty. During World War II, German forces used the property as headquarters until Allied bombers destroyed the church in 1943, later reconstructed as the Chiesa Ballroom, where contemporary guests host events that probably cost more than most military operations. The property's most entertaining historical episode occurred in 1866, when monk Vincenzo Bottari Cacciola resisted Italian state confiscation by producing legal documentation, leading to forced seizure, where authorities literally wrestled keys from monastic hands. The hotel's guest register spans centuries of luminaries. King Edward VII, Oscar Wilde, Greta Garbo, Ingrid Bergman, Audrey Hepburn, Elizabeth Taylor, and Sophia Loren all graced these chambers where spiritual meditation gave way to temporal luxury. Recent high-profile events include the 2017 G7 Summit, demonstrating the property's capacity for hosting international political gatherings, requiring security protocols that make presidential protection details look casual. The 2025 Dolce & Gabbana x Mitheresa collaboration transformed the property into a luxury fashion showcase, proving that former monasteries make excellent venues for events where single handbags cost more than most annual incomes. HBO's The White Lotus chose this property as primary filming location for their satirical exploration of wealth and privilege, creating a television series that won 10 Emmy Awards while using actual billionaire behavior as entertainment source material. The property features original ceiling frescoes, arched stone passages, painted walls, and religious relics, creating atmospheres where spiritual contemplation meets contemporary excess in ways that would probably confuse the original Dominican residents. The convention center, housed in a former church, accommodates up to 400 guests for exclusive gatherings, where Fortune Global companies conduct strategic discussions that affect millions of employees worldwide. Private plunge pool suites provide perfect settings for confidential video conferences, while the clifftop infinity pool offers Mediterranean views that create inspiring backdrops for international business discussions worth more than most national budgets. The Principe Kerami restaurant's 2 Michelin stars provide elegant cover for power dining, where global industry leaders discuss mergers over exceptional Sicilian cuisine that somehow justifies prices approaching luxury car payments. The ultimate luxury here involves conducting world-changing business while maintaining complete privacy, with conversations disguised as casual vacation interactions between longtime associates who happen to control significant portions of the global economy. Here, among ancient cloisters and contemporary amenities, the world's most influential individuals conduct the informal diplomacy that shapes international relations, making the San Domenico Palace the undisputed champion of secret billionaire retreats, where Mediterranean paradise facilitates planetary power management. While Taormina's beauty is available to anyone with a plane ticket, its true essence remains accessible only to those whose daily investment income exceeds most annual salaries. The genius of this Sicilian retreat lies not in ostentatious displays of wealth, but in creating environments where extraordinary privilege feels almost deserved, where infinity pools overlooking Mount Etna seem like natural extensions of the landscape rather than engineered status symbols. Behind the ancient Greek theatre and medieval streets lies a parallel universe where NDAs are stricter than state secrets, helicopter travel is as casual as hailing a taxi, and conversations over Michelin-starred meals might restructure entire industries before dessert arrives. With that said, we'd love to see you in the comments. Do you think destinations like Taormina benefit or suffer from becoming playgrounds for the ultra-wealthy? Thanks for watching another episode of SICILY'S Travel. We'll see you on the next one. Cheers.